Whoa, 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 a bit of drunken photography. There's one of nature's waterfalls. Oh, slippery slide, sorry. Down into, the glare's killing it. There's a nice water hole here. I can see through the camera that the glare's wrecking the photo. Wonder if I can zoom in past the glare. Nice deep little water hole. It'd be great for a bath. Yeah, you can have a go at pronouncing that. That's the waterfall there. That belongs to that name. Yeah, there's one of those other names that you can have a crack at. I'll say that one. That's the coomera track.
Actually, if you look down here where this waterfall is, there's a whole heap.
Okay, and just want to show you what we're walking through here and try and film it best I can, one-handed. Heading over to one of the waterfalls. This is the waterfall that we wanted to come to. Joking. Bit slippery here on some of these rocks. And here we go, we got a bit of a ledge here. I'll walk out onto the ledge so the guys behind me can come. This is pretty bloody loud right now. This is a nice little ledge. This would be a nice little spot to sit on a summer's day. Look at all the mist there is. Nice deep little water hole. We've just basically walked from this waterfall and we've just come from just down the creek, just following all these little waterfalls. Righto. Signing out.
Money going in your account.
What a waste of money. Okay, which way are we going?
This way is the feeder.
So apparently, from what the guys reckon, is a lot of these waterfalls that I'm filming aren't even the marked waterfalls. So by the sounds of it, there's about 3 to 4, maybe even more times the amount of waterfalls on this trip, just because of how much rain that we've had lately. So you can sort of get I'm not very far, I'm only 20 meters away from this waterfall. You can sort of get some idea of old mate there to the water hole and to the waterfall.
You think of it on Australia, eh? I'm pretty sure we haven't even gotten that bit of the creek, Steve-o, where me and you got through without getting wet, eh? Think of that wide bit? The rock hole? Yeah. I don't even know where else that was. Definitely haven't crossed it.
How do you pronounce this?
I don't know, man.
Let's have a little look. It is dark. You can see some blue sky up there. I don't know if it's going to show blue sky on the camera, but anyway, we'll be walking up this little track here. Let's film a little bit more up through this sort of darky, sort of temperate rainforesty looking thing. Just for a little bit. So hopefully some people who might be seeing this have a little look up here. There's the sun poking through. Yeah, so hopefully some people who are watching this might want to come for a walk down there. You do have creek crossings, so you might want to think about having a second pair of shoes, unless you're going to take your shoes on and off every time, which is going to put time on your trip. This is about a 5+ hour walk, because we've been walking down a lot of the little trails to where all the different waterfalls are. It is going to put more time on your walk, as well as putting you know, 4 kilometers on the track. So just something to think about. There's lots of little tracks off tracks, so be careful. And what else? I recommend a walking stick. Maybe at the end of the video, I might have to break this into 2 parts, this video, so we can do a up until lunch knife review in the creek, and then after the creek knife review as part 2 or something. So I might have a little bit closer look at our gear that we're used as well. So yeah, but it's a really nice day, perfect time of year. This is the last month before. Hey, when are we in winter? Are we in winter now?
Just about, almost.
So yeah, so we're in autumn now in Australia for the guys overseas. Beautiful temperature. You come in here in summertime, it's just going to be like hot and humid, and going to get chafe and leeches and brown snakes and spiders and all that sort of stuff. So this time of year is definitely not a lot kinder. There you go, you can have a go at pronouncing that if you want. Little falls. And something of trivia and interest is, before we heard a massive big tree fall down at some stage. We didn't see it, but so after the rain and in heavy wind, just take care, because it is nature. It's not only snakes and things like that can cause you issues, but there's falling branches, there's trees, there's slips and falls, and I'd say it's slips and falls that are going to be the main culprit of any injuries down here. And when you're in this sort of terrain, this is the last place you want to be stuck and injured. So yeah, plan your trips and be safe. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so what we're doing here is, I'm just going to show you, this is a water bottle. This is how clean the water is out of these creeks. We're getting up to the, so far on the whole trip, I've just been drinking water straight out of the creek itself. No filters, no nothing. It's fantastic. Makes you feel alive again. Now, so again, hold it up to the sunlight. You can actually see, even after all of this rain, there's almost no particles or anything floating around, floaties or anything like that in here. So you can, as long as we've had recent rain, you can come up here and not have to worry about carrying water too much. But you do want a container. So what I do is I bring an empty plastic bottle like this, and I fold it up, put the lid on, use the vacuum to keep it nice and small in my backpack. Drink water out of the streams while I can, obviously on the upside of the creek crossings. And the reason I filled this up is because now we're getting near the top and you can see the creek and the water systems and the water supply is getting smaller. I don't know how far it is to the next creek or the next water, so I'm going to continue to drink water out of this creek, out of the next ones we come to, but I'm always going to carry about 600-700 mils of water on me from here on in. Okay, thanks guys. This stuff here, all this furry looking stuff is growing on the trees. It's quite amazing. There's water droplets on there as well. Okay, and we're heading back up the hill. Dragon Bird Creek.
I guess when you think about it, you could even be lying on the street, wouldn't it?
So another creek crossing. Okay. Not sure what this is, but some of you might be able to leave in the comments what you think this might be. Is this wait a while or a stinging tree? Some description.
Wait a while is usually like a vine with hooks on it.
Whatever it is, it's very spiky. I don't think I'd want to put my hands on it. And actually there's even spikes on the leaves themselves. Can you see those spikes on the leaves? Long, skinny, very dark green, waxy sort of leaf with these little spikes on the edges, about 20 mil apart, 1 inch apart.
Good luck for trying to grow through this canopy.
There's some of those, a close-up of the spikes. Okay, so we've come across Dragon Bird Creek again. Allegedly this is the last creek crossing to go back to Binna, and this is probably the last port of call to fill up our water bottles, but I've already filled up mine, so I'm just going to drink out of the creek again and keep going. So may as well have a little bit of a look at the creek while I'm here. Oops, a daisy, nice and slippery there. Okay. Just got a little tiny seasonal creek here, little crossing. I thought I might be able to film this, but something for the amateur or the person who wants to come here and has never been here before, just be a little bit mindful that when you are walking across these creeks, because of the way the sun comes down and then you go through shade and everything's dark, the sunlight becomes glare and it makes it really hard to judge the water. So you might look at one part of the water next to it and you think that it's shallow, but the shade and the way the light is and the glare makes it hard to judge the depth of the water. And you know, that's why it's good having a stick, otherwise, you know, you could put your foot into a deep hole. So there's just a little bit of trivia to think about. Okay, track looks pretty good and flat here, opening up a bit, so okay.